Hey guys, MC Mura here. Today we're gonna talk about FGC stuff. I made this post on Twitter and I made a similar one on YouTube. Overrated, underrated, or fair. I'm gonna look at the comments, see what topics your guys are mentioning, and then we're gonna talk about that specific thing, if it's overrated, underrated, or fairly rated, at least from my opinion. And hey, you can share your opinion with me in the comments. I think it's actually a very interesting experiment. The first comment on Twitter by Abdallah, nerf my Yasu. Cody's EX Zonk, overrated AF. And the assumption here is that he's referring to the EX Zonk from Street Fighter 5, usually considered to be one of the best moves in the game. It was plus on block, it's not like a hold back charge, it's kind of a tab move. But I don't know, man. Like, it's so hard to say, to downplay this move. The only issue with the EX Zonk was that you can walk out of a lot of the pressure, walk back out of his pressure, and you can kinda easily stuff it with some moves. But the move itself was plus on block, had pretty good range, easily combable from lights, you can V-trigger cancel it, then you have to talk about like level 2 EX Zonk, the one that's plus 5 on block, so you can't walk out of this one, and does a wall bounce. It was ridiculous, and the damage output was insane. And I will say, once V-Trigger 1 for Cody became a normalized V-Trigger, that really buffed EX Zonk, because now he can't walk out of his pressure. So I think EX Zonk was fairly rated. I think it was easily one of the best moves in the game. Sorry man, I think it was fairly rated. Poison gameplay design, again I'm assuming this is referring to Street Fighter 5. A whip is too much on the nose, the Femme Fatale thing is overdone. There I said it, in all respect, brother. Maybe. I think people in general it's hard, because I feel like people in general liked her Street Fighter 5 gameplay. There wasn't really like any whip users previously in Street Fighter, and I guess it was like another take on the Dhalsim extended limbs design. And I feel like that is cool, and if you're going for a dominatrix character, then Poison is the best one. Because her Street Fighter 4 gameplay, I know a lot of people really liked it, but it was more derivative, I feel like. So I guess it's fairly rated. I don't think I don't see people like reaching that hard on Poison gameplay. So I think it's fairly rated. Juri, overrated, A tier at best. Juri is fairly rated 100%. The general consensus now is that Juri is like top 5, top 6, 7, whatever. Like, there's a lot of general downplaying with Street Fighter 6 right now, and yeah, I think she's fairly rated. She's mad good. Wanted to hear your take on what MR is considered not so good and very strong currently. I think what people, when people talk about MR not being good, they're usually referring to below 1500, because if you're below 1500, it means that you are probably losing more than you're winning. You have like a below 50% win rate, and that's how you drop below 1500 pretty much. And very strong is like, I think, like if you are positive, if you're like 15, 16, 17, etc., I think that's you're pretty good. But if we're talking like top players, then we're talking like 18, 19, 2K, etc. Isabel is saying overrated, underrated, or fair. Maradona, we got Maradona, Messi, and Cristiano. I've never seen Maradona, so I'm not gonna comment. These are soccer players or like football players if you don't live in America. Maradona, I don't know. I've never seen him, I've never watched him play, he was before my time. Messi and Cristiano, yeah, these guys, I will say they are fairly rated because their longevity is insane, so yeah. You know, best players, right? Dhalsim and Lily, criminally, another one by Chico. Dhalsim and Lily, criminally underrated. I think Dhalsim is underrated actually. I think Dhalsim is a lot better than people give him credit for. Lily, I don't know. Because Lily, the thing about Lily is that she's really weak on defense, and I don't know. I think Lily is fairly rated, to be honest. I think she's one of these characters that if she's good, she's gonna be extremely annoying. So yeah. Overrated MK1. I think MK1 by Yan here. Overrated. I think MK1 is fairly rated. I think it's a good game. I actually liked MK1. The issue for me with Mortal Kombat is that NRS keeps batching the game. Balance change everyone. Like it changes so often. And they're releasing characters in such a rapid rate that if you don't main the game, it's very hard for me to keep it up as a second game. Underrated KOF15. I agree. I actually think KOF15 is underrated. I think the game itself is amazing. As far as a King of Fighters game and as a fighting game, it's really fun. The netcode is pretty solid. The issue is the matchmaking. This is what killed the game. So yeah. And Street Fighter 6, I think it is fairly rated. So yeah, I actually agree with his statement. MK1, not so underrated though. Invitation only tournament. I think invitation only tournaments are... I think they are fairly rated. People you really like them. The thing about invitation only tournaments is that you typically get like the best of the best, so you're getting like very high level gameplay. That's good. But the essence of the FGC is that it's open bracket, anyone can come in and try to play and do their best, and you kind of lose that with the invitationals. So I guess if you're doing like a mix, just like the FAV Cup, right, where it's a mix of like invitation, but also you got like slots that are like you can access them by winning like an open bracket. I think that'll be good. Not enough Cammy hate. Juri has gotten more hate. I think Cammy is alright. I think Cammy is also another one of these characters that are fairly rated. People generally think she's good, but she's not super dominant. I don't think she's... I don't think Cammy needs to be hated more. Keep that for season 2, because mark my word, Capcom will nerf all of the other top tiers. Cammy is flying under the radar, and she will be the top, just like what happened with Street Fighter 5. She was mad good season 1, no one mentioned her, and then she dominated season 2, 3, etc. So yeah, history will repeat itself like it always does. Here we got some of the YouTube stuff. So let's get over them. And I guess on YouTube the wording was even worse, because some people went over like a lot of topics here, like Aegis. He was saying that Street Fighter 6 is lacking something. Here Aegis is mentioning something interesting, pretty much talking about Street Fighter 6, right? The game did really well for the Avatar stuff. They're spending too much resources on Avatar. I agree with that, and I agree that the game isn't in the best place right now for the competitive folks because of region lock, bad skin modernization, lack of balanced matches. I agree. I actually agree with this statement. I think that's fair. Ryu. I think Ryu is fairly rated. I agree with Super Saxable here. Ryu is fairly rated. I think generally people think that why play Ryu when Luke and Ken exist, and that seems like that seems fair. I think that just seems fair. So yeah, I agree. Ryu is fairly rated. Here we got to talk about Juri. Luke, I think Luke. I'm gonna be honest. When I used to play Luke, I thought by Ryokai here, I used to think that Luke is. I thought he was kind of overrated, but now that I'm playing against him more, he's kind of ridiculous. So I guess he's fair. I think people are talking about how he's one of the best characters, and that seems fair enough. JP used to be fairly rated, now is still fairly rated. Yeah, JP is just ridiculous. JB is just absolutely ridiculous. Actually, this is kind of funny because I just made I just made this post today, right? Where it's like, it's been 7 months and I still get extremely tilted fighting JP. Like, I can first 100 Guile, but JP, nah, he really does make my blood boil. No character have ever tilted me in fighting games the way JP does, and I don't know why. Shiku is asking for them to bring back the servers for Africa, please. Who should join in season 2? There is a video for that. Keep Chun-Li exactly as she is. She needs no change, dude. I agree. I think Chun-Li is fairly rated. I think she's very good. She's pretty awkward, and that's why she didn't see as much gameplay earlier. As time went on, people have kind of been experimenting more and more, doing better and better with her, so that's great. I think Chun-Li is in a very healthy spot right now. The only thing I would like to see for Chun-Li is to make her Tenshu kicks a TP motion instead of a down, and that is primarily for my own selfish desires, because I hate the down input. That is the one thing that make me not want to play Chun-Li. Capcom Brew Tour, I agree. I agree. I think Capcom Brew Tour is kind of fairly rated right now, the format, because a lot of people are saying that it's lacking, right? It's so hard to keep up with people, like they said, not intuitive for new watchers. I agree with Scarecrow Sky. You're spot on. Manon, yes, I actually think Manon is kinda underrated. Now that I'm playing her a lot, there's a lot of good to Manon, just that she does have some really bad matchups. So I don't know, I think Manon is, despite me actually saying that she needs buffs, I think she's kinda underrated. Aki, yes, Aki also I think is underrated. I think Aki is never gonna be like a top character, at least in the current batch, right? You will never see like Aki's top tier. But I think Aki is an okay character. She is a rushdown character. Her set play is really powerful, and you want to avoid being in the neutral as much as possible with her. Thankfully, she's one of these characters who only need like one knockdown to keep the Oki going, and she does have one of the best burnout pressure, her damage output and set. Just watch what Broski is doing. Like 2-hit kills are very common with Aki, so I think she's underrated. Juri strength is overstated. Yeah, we talked about this. Cammy, we talked about this. Give Honda a cancelable crouching medium kick and crouching heavy punch. I don't think it's gonna make that much difference, to be honest. I think Honda is also one of these characters that are fairly rated right now. Seems pretty on par with where he should be. At least that's my opinion. That's about it. If you have enjoyed this style of video, please let me know if you want to see more of this, if you have any idea of how this works. And again, I don't mean just characters. We can talk about Bro Tour, we can talk about games, we can talk about players even. Like ask me, is Daigo overrated, is Tokido, and we can talk about that stuff. If you have enjoyed the video, please leave a like or a comment, helps the channel so much. I will be leaving a link to the Patreon, Discord, Twitter, and Twitch pages in the description. Thank you so much for watching and stay safe.